Preview time for race number 4, and the fourth of the day is over the 1400 metres. It's a Class 4 Gracie Love who has won. Second up in the past, steps up in trip to the 1400 metres. Compassion Spirit returns. Race wide at his last time in, draws the inside. Smiling Collector, Shadow roll off, the visor and the cross noseband go on. Royal Agility up from the 12 to the 1400 metres. Lifeline Vision wears cheek pieces again. Maximise Heart has the blinkers going back on. Splendid Living is minus the hood, the crossover noseband and the tongue tie. And we've got Super Highway, a trial winner, actually beat race rival in that trial, Tom, in Splendid Living.
Yes, he did, and the speed here should be good. Smiling Collector should go forward. He was handy on debut and then he was handy second up, but didn't make the turn. Smiling Collector, they've changed the gear as well. Crossover noseband goes on with the visor and the shadow roll comes off. Compassion Spirit should get a good run, Paul, from 1. Super Highway, just maybe where he ends up from barrier 10, because he's gone forward too.
Yeah, you've got to take Smiling Collector a bit on trust, because, as you say, he came around that bend like Mark trying to get home on a Friday night. He was very wayward, but he did finally sort of trial well leading into it. Compassion Spirit should get a nice run, as you say. Over the Moon ran well last time. I think Ring Bells will go back.
You've been warned about lurking in the bushes outside my house on a Friday night. Trial file time now, Tom. We start with Compassion Spirit. That is him in third placing, and he bumped into Hero Star.
He did. So just wonder about course and distance for him. He hasn't won from 13 course and distance. Probably not suited by the track conditions last time out and had a wide run. He was making ground here, Paul, but course and distance worries me a little. Yeah,
it does a little bit. He's going to get a really nice run in behind, I suppose, which is one of those things. So he should get an easy run. Look, he goes in on a minor line. The trial was easy, wasn't it? He just was coasting at the end.
So that's our first replay in Compassion Spirit. Barrier 6, 13, 5, 9, 12 in his last 5. He's got barrier number 1. Trial here, Paul of Smiling Collector has got the outside gate.
Yeah, you see, he got round the bend okay here on the all-weather, no problems. So, look, he's definitely got a few kinks, this horse, Smiling Collector, but there's plenty of ability there. He did win really nicely on debut, and he went round the bend on that occasion with no issues whatsoever. So just put it down to experience.
I think that's the trial with Good Buddy as well, of course. He came out and won the other day. That was him running second, just whether he makes it around the turn or not. There's been nothing in the vet report that he's been off for quite some time, so we'll see how he comes back. Barrier 14 for him.
On his trials, Tom, Super Highway, it's hard to think that he's had 8 starts and yet to run top 3.
Yeah, you could maybe put him down in the Morning Glory category, this horse, because he has trialled well and hasn't really fronted up completely on debut. He's had a couple of unlucky runs, but apart from that, Paul, he's been a bit disappointing.
He has been, and look, it was a nice trial. You can't take anything away from that. He really coasted the line nicely, but on race day, when the question's asked, he hasn't delivered at this stage.
Open race, this one, Paul.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a horse called Perfect Peach in this race. He's drawn nicely. He's up in trip. He's gone from 1200 to 1400 metres, and he comes to Sha Tin for the first time. He showed some ability at Happy Valley, but I think it's really going to suit him here. He's by Sebring, so the 1400 metres looks good for him. So he's on top. Smiling Collector, again, you've got to hold your breath as they come around the turn. Compassion Spirit will get the best run. It's just over the 1400's the query. I thought it was a good run from Over the Moon last time. Let's see if he can improve on that. 11, 4, 2 and 8.
Yeah, this is a pretty open race. Perfect Peach was the one I found on top as well for Tony Cruz, Lyle Hewitson. Comes to Sha Tin for the first time, up to 1400 metres. Thought the way he ran on last time out would certainly suit him, and has formed behind Winning Icy. Super Highway, Smiling Collector and Leather Vanguard. He was quite disappointing last time out. First up, he is drawn wide here, but they take weight off him down to the 124. So 11, 13, 4 and 3.
Race number 4 on the program will be the first leg of Saturday afternoon's Triple Trio.